Unfortunately, due to an issue that is sometimes referred to as user error, I don't have the first 20 minutes of this particular day. Sorry about that. But I will attempt to do better going forward here. Why am I putting more iron and clay in there? Because we're going to want steel very, very soon. And right now we're still getting skill ups for miscellaneous crafting from both the forge output and this, and I might be turning my forge off in a moment here to put down the concrete. That way we don't get a scream. You know what? Screw it. We'll let the screamer wander by. It won't be too bad at this point, so... Like I said before, I'm not happy really at all with how some of this has gone. I would have redone this and made it, like, the fact that I was having to leave the surface exposed there, like, that seems ridiculous to me. I shouldn't have done that. I was trying to experiment because cobblestone was nerfed from 3 upgrade stages to 1, but it just had more ticks, which radically changed what I'm used to doing. It's kind of this awkward situation of you unlock concrete early, so you don't want to be building too much without it, but you still need... We lost all of the hides that we have. We lost our forge and our output. That was pretty bad. So we have no food, no meat, no nothing. Well then. On the bright side, we no longer have to worry about screamers coming along, right? Remember me talking about how I'm not happy with how this has gone, and I tried something slightly different, and I don't think it's worked out very well? I think saying I rest my case is a bit of an understatement right now. So we literally have no food, no water. The yucca plants that we gathered, they're gone. The jars, they're gone. The forge, it's gone. The hide for more forges, it's gone. Now, strictly speaking, I could restart back from day one with that initial save that was emailed to me, but strictly speaking, we're still only effectively, at most, what, about 3 days behind where we should be. And given that the idea is we're running this challenge till day, like, 27. I'm not sure if how much of a big deal that'll actually wind up being. I mean, it sucks in the short term, but long term it shouldn't still not matter if I'm correct about my overall playstyle. Though I would like to re-emphasize how much that just sucked. And I've never had that happen before. Ever. Ever. One of the games, being kind enough to remind us, hey, we're about to, be at no hydration, so... There's steel, once we actually, get a forge. We also lost any of the materials we had banked. To avoid that, I could have made shared vertical supports beneath that wall. That would have avoided everything collapsing like that. I just didn't think that would happen since it was just a few wooden frames. I thought it had more support. But in retrospect, because I was again building out, I didn't actually have any true vertical supports ever. They were being, in fact, the wood spikes were what was supporting the base horizontally, as weird as that sounds, but it's the truth, which I didn't consider, because I'm not used to trying something like this, as I've mentioned a few times. Good news, everyone, we're about to die of thirst. So after this, we're probably going to go chase down some more yucca plants and hope we can scavenge some glass jars, and this could get ugly. Let's see, so we're going to need more wood spikes. Quite a few of them, let's just go with 300 for now. Alright, let's get going. Wasn't there a house we saw? Yeah. Let's see what we can find up here first, actually. Jars for water, at least. I think this may be the worst game I've had since like my first 2 games ever, or something. There's a cooking pot, at least. More jars. That's not really what I was hoping for. So let's try another thing before we go to the desert in desperation. Because we needed the glass jars first as well, don't forget. We're going to need 2 more short iron pipes. Any water here? Nope. Any murky water here? Bingo. Good news, we have managed not to starve entirely. It's a good start, I guess. Certainly we're not completely doomed. It's better than we were entirely doomed, but saying this sucks would be a bit of an understatement. I think I'm going to try to open up that supply crate over there because, since we don't have any medical supplies at all now, that would be kind of nice. consider that more important than... One gold rod, there's plenty of that. If we could only find a water source, we'd be fine. That's the problem, isn't it? Anytime you find yourself saying something along the lines of, strictly speaking, this isn't a complete disaster, it's probably not a good situation to be in, eh? What to do, what to do, what to do? What don't we really need? I'll give up. I can't do that because I don't have room to store that. Gunpowder. I'll grab that if I can, but it's not really important. There we go. Let's try to not lose this one, eh? Animal hides. So it's kind of hunting time. With any luck, we might find a water source too. When it comes down to it, losing your base and all the supplies you've stockpiled for 3 days is really just an inconvenience, you know? It's like, oh, bother. I'm guessing these are shovels. Yeah. And now you turn around. too high or too low right now? I think I'm even too high. I wasn't giving the bow enough credit, it seems. So now barely have enough to make one more forge. I'm aiming for 3 forges, but I had enough skins for that, but now, you know, I don't have the base for that. I'm sort of rebuilding that, but you know what I mean. So that's a cave over there. I don't suppose it happens to be a flooded cave. I need to stop this for a second. Alright, so flooded cave, what are the odds? Probably very, 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 very low. I hate it when I'm right. There's a pig over here. At least I thought I saw a pig over here. Well, there's a town. Why do I do the stupid jumping? So I can get a better view from a higher angle of some things. I have plenty of points to build on, so I should be buying some of this out. Where does this lead? A lot of times these will wind up going to a little pond someplace, which is what I'm kind of hoping for. Because water is becoming a serious long-term concern if we don't manage to find a source. Unless we want to spend all day collecting yucca plants, which, you know, may be what happens, but even that's going to run out. does not look like you want to bleeding. To any place with water. Note to self, water. Note to self, we did not bring any bottles with us. Still, we now have a water source. We also, had 0 food, so we can bring that back. No food in either place. How interesting. Absolute worst case scenario, we eat the raw meat and get food poisoning. But I would prefer to avoid that if we can manage. I'm definitely feeling a lot happier since we found that basement, though. Making sure it was actually heading home. And here is our temporary solution to the food problem. So we want to be able to put out enough spikes to fend off the dog attacks tomorrow and kill any screamers that wind up wandering by. We're also going to need clay, aren't we? Yeah. So we have no clay as far as I know. sand and stone if we can here before we have to run inside. So, Bellows then goes into a forge. Forge gets the water and all of this. Genius. Do I even have any iron? I do not have any iron. Well, that's just beautiful. I think a lot of this Let's Play has almost been a, hey, don't do this, because here's why it doesn't work very well. Which is definitely not a feeling I'm used to having. So we're going to need iron, like, first and foremost here, right? Right. did not pick up steel right. And because I bought the other things, I don't have enough points for steel now. I need another level. Okay, well then. Crushing this. Are you in awe of my superb skill? You wish that you could, not have enough points for steel. But no, you're not good enough to forget about something like that. Also, if anyone wants any tips and tricks and a help session on how to collapse your entire base and lose all your supplies on day 4, my fee is, quite affordable as a tutor and that sort of thing. There's no one better in the business at that, I assure you. Nearly to the ability to afford steel. So the ladder comes down here. Maybe have alternating ladders over there, and then this will be the short, mean route down, I suppose, if I'm trying to get to the bottom level ASAP. tell me I'm close to the next one. These can be unpacked in this manner. 30 wood into them, 20 wood out, and it stacks a lot better than, stacks of wood does. A full stack of these wood log spikes will yield 12k wood when unpacked, but 15k wood is required to make them, so obviously, you're losing wood overall still, but saving a lot of space. Wait, did I really only... Wow, we're making the first 2 steel tools. We'll be making these arrowheads while some of that's working, then we'll chip the last steel tool, then we'll go to town on the terrain below. Start on this, shall we? So close to two-shotting that. Makes me die a little on the inside. I might actually be starting to go outside the bounds here, but I'm wanting to destroy this sand. It's so unstable. I'll replace and shore this up as needed, but I want to get rid of the sand. sand vendetta, if you will. Alright, day 5.